Hey guys, hope you're doing well today. This is going to be an update for my makeup collection and inventory. The last time I did one of these was in March, so I apologize for being so late on this update, but typically in this video I talk about the categories of products that I own. I'll talk about the numbers in each category, my goals for how many products I want in the category, and that's just a general goal. I'm fine if I am under or a little bit above it. I just want to keep myself in check and use the products I own and love them. So let's get into the video and I can list my numbers and show you the pictures of products that I have in each category. As always, I'm going to start off with my face products. For foundations, previously I had two and currently I have one. I used up the Maybelline Better Skin Foundation and the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, and I brought in L'Oreal Pro Glow Foundation in 202 Creamy Natural. And my goal for this category is to have up to 2 foundations so I can have different shades, and a lot of times I like to have a lighter foundation to mix in with my other foundations. For concealers, previously I had 2 and currently I have 1, and I used up the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer and I still have my MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NC15. My goal for this category is to have up to 2 concealers because I like to have a blemish concealer and an under eye concealer. For powders, previously I had 2 and currently I have 1. I used up the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Powder and I still have my Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. My goal for this category is to have 1 powder because I don't really change powder up. I don't really care about face powder that much because my skin's pretty normal. Can be a little bit drier, can be a little bit more combination, just kind of depends on the day. So powder's not really a step that I'm obsessed with in my makeup routine. I just like having powder. So anyway, long story short, 1 powder is fine with me. For blushes, previously I had 2 and currently I have 1. I used up the Benefit Coralista Box Blush, and I purchased the Wet n Wild Princess Daiquiri's Ombre Blush, which I love. I'm wearing it today. It's actually the only blush that I have right now, so let me know if your blush recommendations down below. And my goal for this category is to have up to 3 blushes because I like having some options. For powder highlighters, previously I had 4 and currently I have 3. I still have my Becca highlighters in Champagne Pop and Moonstone. I actually decluttered Pearl because it was a little bit too cool tone for my skin, and I decluttered the Wet n Wild Precious Pearls highlighter because it was too dark for me. But I did pick up the Tarte Make Believe in Yourself palette, which has a highlighter in it, so I only have that highlighter and then the Becca Champagne Pop and Moonstone. And my goal for this category is to have up to 2 highlighters because I like to have them in different tones. I typically like the warmer tone highlighters on my skin tone because I do have more of a neutral to warm undertone. So 2 highlighters is fine with me. For liquid and cream highlighters, previously I had 1 and currently I have 1. I used up the little deluxe size sample of the Benefit Watts Up cream highlighter, and I bought the e.l.f. Dewy Drops. It doesn't really have any labeling on the packaging, so that's just what I call them. And my goal for this category is to have only 1 cream highlighter because I'm not really obsessed with them. I like to mix them in with my foundation sometimes, but other than that I don't really use them that much. I kind of forget. So the 1 cream highlighter is perfectly fine with me. For face primers, previously I had 6 and currently I have 1, so I actually used up all the deluxe size samples that I had of primers, and I purchased the e.l.f. Hydrating Primer in Clear. I don't feel like going into all those deluxe size samples. Most of them were MAC Prep and Prime and like MAC Strobe Cream, so I don't really need to get into them. But my goal for this category is to have only 1 primer because, again, like powder, I'm not really obsessed with primer, so 1 is perfectly fine in my collection. For bronzers, previously I had 2 and currently I have 1. I actually decluttered the Too Faced Pink Leopard Blushing Bronzer because it started to look really muddy on my skin. I don't know why, because I liked it like the first time I used it, and then every other time after that I did not like it. So I decluttered it, and I still have my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, which I love. It's a perfect bronzer for my skin tone. My goal for this category is to have 1 bronzer, so I'm at my category goal. For setting / facial sprays, previously I had 2 and currently I have 1. I used up the Mario Badescu Rosewater Spray and I still have the Cucumber one. So my goal for this category is to have 1 facial / setting spray at all times, and I'm currently at my goal, which is awesome. Now onto the eye category. So for pencil eyeliners, previously I had 5 and currently I have 2. I used up the Revlon Color Stay in Black, the Ardency in Modster Eyeliner in Gold, the Urban Decay Eyeliner in Stag. I decluttered the Marc Jacobs Out of the Blue eyeliner just because I wasn't using it enough. And I still have the Urban Decay Zero Eyeliner, the Marc Jacobs Rococo, and I think that's it. So I'm actually at my goal of having 2 different colored eyeliners, which is pretty awesome. For liquid liners, previously I had 2 and currently I have 1. I used up the NYC liquid liner and the Ciate Fierce Flicks liquid eyeliner, and currently I have the NYX matte black liquid liner, and my goal for this category is to have 1 liquid liner just because I typically only use black and I'm perfectly fine just having 1. For mascaras, previously I had 1 and currently I have 2. I used up the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara, and then I purchased and used up the L'Oreal Voluminous Million Lashes Mascara in between the time frame between updates. And then I currently have the Makeup Forever Excessive Lash Deluxe Sample, which I got as a gift from a friend. And then I purchased the Essence Lash Princess Mascara. And my goal for this category is to have up to 2 mascaras, which I do have, so I'm currently at my goal. For cream shadows, previously I had 4 and currently I have 2. So I used up the Benefit Creaseless Cream Shadow in Bikini Teeny. I decluttered the Benefit Cream Shadow in Birthday Suit because it was just making my eyeshadows look very patchy, which I did not like. And then I also used up the LOC Shadow Stick in Heavy Petal. I still have the Touch in Soul Little Deluxe Sample Cream Shadow, and then I purchased the Revlon Cream Shadow in Creme Brulee. So I only have 2 cream shadows right now, and my goal for this category is 2 cream shadows, so I'm at my goal for this category. For glitter liners, previously I had 1 and I currently still have 1. It's the same Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Eyeliner in Midnight Cowboy, which I love, so I am at my goal for this category of 1. For eye primers, previously I had 3 and currently I have 1. I used up 1 Too Faced Shadow Insurance and then I decluttered the other one, and I still have my Lorac Behind the Scenes Deluxe Sample Eyeshadow Primer, and those other 2 Too Faced ones were deluxe samples as well. And my goal for this category is to have 1 eye primer because I don't really see a point in having more than that, at least at one time for me personally. So I'm perfectly okay with having 1, and I'm currently at my goal. So this is where categories start to go up a little bit, and for my eyeshadow total category, so like my palettes, my singles, my custom palette, I have 89 and I previously had 61, so I would like to have 50 or less, but for this category, I love eyeshadow so much that it doesn't really bother me that I have 89 eyeshadows because it's my favorite. I get use out of them every time I wear makeup, and I wear makeup at least 5 times a week, so they all get used. I do rotate through them pretty frequently, and I don't really forget about the shadows all that much. So my goal is 50 or less, but currently my number I am perfectly okay with. For pre-made palettes, previously I had 3 and I still have 3, but I did have some adjustments in this category. I finished up the Urban Decay Naked palette, which is pretty awesome. I decluttered the Milani Bare Necessities Everyday Eyes palette just because I wasn't using it all the time. And I actually still have the Too Faced Natural Love palette, and I did bring in 2 palettes. One was a gift and then one I purchased because it was on sale and I've been wanting the palette for a while. So I got the Morphe x Jaclyn Hill palette, which is a gift from Matt, my boyfriend, and I've been wanting that palette, so I'm so happy with it. I actually have a review up in the cards right here. I will link it. And then I recently picked up the Tarte Make Believe in Yourself palette, which I've been wanting ever since it came out, and I saw it on Haute Look for $25, so I thought that was such a steal, so I picked it up. So anyway, my goal for this category is to have 2 to 3 pre-made palettes, and I'm currently at my goal, which I am perfectly fine with. For custom palettes, previously I had 2 and currently I have 1. I still have my Z palette with a bunch of depotted shadows in it, and I still actually have my Urban Decay Nirvana custom palette, but there's nothing in it, so I just didn't include it in this category. But my goal is to have 2 custom palettes because those are the only 2 custom palettes I own. I don't really feel like bringing in another one, maybe a larger Z palette, but that's about it. For single eyeshadows, previously I had 6, and I still have 6, but I had some adjustments in this category as well. I ended up decluttering the MAC Fairy Fair eyeshadow just because I had similar colors. The ColourPop Hustle, just because I wasn't using it all the time. The Sephora The Flirting Game, it had similar colors, passed it on to a friend. Urban Decay Space Cowboy, just wasn't using. So I still have MAC Omega eyeshadow, L'Oreal Infallible and Amber Rush, the Kat Von D Thunderstruck eyeshadow, Urban Decay YDK. I brought in H&M Fine China, which is a lighter matte cream shade, and I also brought in ColourPop Birthday Cake eyeshadow. I have a couple singles that I brought in in my Z palette, but I just don't include them in the single eyeshadow category. I just include them in my eyeshadow totals. But my goal for this category is to have 5 single eyeshadows, but honestly I really would just like to have none and just work out of palettes. Maybe one like matte cream shade, but I'll just leave my goal at 5 for now. For pigments and glitters, previously I had 2 and currently I have 1. I used up the Touch in Sol glitter in Talia, and it was a deluxe size sample. And I still have my Stila Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow Liquid Glitter Eyeshadow in Kitten Karma, which I love. And my goal for this category, I would say to have 1 to 2 pigments and glitters at a time so I can rotate through them. And I don't use them all the time, so I don't think I should have more than that. For brow products, previously I had 1 and currently I have 2. I still have my Urban Decay x Gwen Stefani brow box, but I brought in the e.l.f. brow gel because for one, I ran out of the wax in the Urban Decay brow kit, and I also just love a brow gel for my brows because my brow hairs are long and crazy and they go everywhere, so I brought in that brow gel and it was only $2, so not too much money out of my pocket. And my goal for this category is to have only 1 brow product because I like to use eyeshadows for my brows, so I would like to use up the Urban Decay brow box, but I'll just keep working on it until I use it up. The eye category is done, so now move on to lip products, and I feel like my lip product category is pretty manageable. So starting off with just like regular lipsticks, previously I had 3 and currently I have 2. I finished up the MAC Faux lipstick. I still have MAC Brave and the Maybelline Matte Nude lipstick in Almond Rose. And my goal for this category is to have 3 regular lipsticks because I don't use them all the time, but I still like having them around. For liquid lipsticks, previously I had 4 and currently I have 3. So I actually used up the Stila Patina Style Day liquid lipstick. I decluttered the Wet n Wild Catsuit liquid lipstick and Gimme Mocha because it was hard to apply with the big applicator it comes with. I decluttered the Elizabeth Mott liquid lipstick deluxe sample and Red Chili. I lost and my friend gifted to me the Wet n Wild Rebel Rose liquid catsuit liquid lipstick, so I still have that one. I brought in the L'Oreal Pro Matte Gloss in Statement Nude because I won it in a giveaway, and I actually brought in ColourPop Frickin' Frack Ultra Satin liquid lipsticks, so I love all the liquid lipsticks that I have, but my goal for this category is to have up to 4 liquid lipsticks because I do like the formula, and I like having deeper colors in liquid lipstick form, so I'm giving myself room for 1 more. For lip liners, previously I had 1 and I currently have 1. I used up the Jordana Easy Liner for Lips in Tawny, and I brought in the ColourPop Lippy Liner in Aquarius. My goal for this category is to have up to 2 lip liners because I want to have like a nude one and a deeper color one, so I'm giving myself room to purchase 1 more. For lip balms, previously I had 1 and currently I have 0. I used up my 24 karat gold lip balm from the Lip Goddess, and I want to purchase lip balms, but I think I want to buy them from iHerb, and they're called Crazy Rumors. They have a ton of different flavors. But anyway, my goal for this category is to have 1 lip balm. Alright guys, that is my entire makeup inventory and collection, and I'm pretty happy with everything that I have. I'm fine with my numbers, and I don't think I have a major makeup collection. I feel like I have a larger one than most people, but smaller than most YouTubers, so I'm completely fine staying within the realm of those 2 categories. Thank you so much for watching and bearing with me because I got a new job and I feel like I'm a little rusty filming today because I haven't filmed in over a week. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.